Hello everyone, welcome to the Clarity 16.2.3 Feature Supportability Training. My name is Bill Yee. And today we're going to cover the new enhancements for view management for 16.2.3. So what's new for this release with view management? So now we allow the ability to share a saved view with groups and or with people using our action framework. So previously we only had the ability in our action framework to share, to configure to share with everyone. Well, also too, we had customers who wanted the ability to, to share with groups, but they didn't necessarily want to give the view administer right because it had more capability that they wanted their end users to use, but they wanted that ability for groups. So now with having the groups in the action framework, we can allow that, and we'll show you that within our demonstration. But also too, customers wanted that ability to share with specific people, not just with groups. So what we've done is that we've added that as part of the action framework as well. And this was a customer voice and voted enhancement, so we're happy to provide this in this release. Also too, previously is that when we shared with a view with a group, it showed all the groups within the system. So we wanted to provide some capability in where be able to configure what views, well, what groups are used for sharing. So we added a flag within the Clarity groups to identify what groups are there for sharing, and we'll show that as part of the demonstration as well. And that's also a customer voice related enhancement. Also, last but not least, within the administration view, the view administration grid, we've updated that view, and where you can now be able to see a new column for share with people. So now you're able to go in just like you had with share, views that are shared with groups. You're now able to manage your view system wide and be able to update ones with shared with people. We've also added a new column as well. We've acted where you can actually see if that user who's actually the owner of that view is active or locked. And usually when they're inactive and locked, they're probably not with the company anymore, and you may want to just remove it because it's just adding more clutter within the system. So these are some of the enhancements for 16.2.3. So why are these enhancements important? Now, these enhancements were voted on and were winners as part of our customer innovation process. So customers wanted that ability for their end users to share with groups and also too with end users, but they didn't necessarily want, like specifically for the shared groups, they didn't want to give the view administer right to their end users because this is provided more capability than they would like. So by adding both the shared groups and shared for people as part of our action framework, it allows customers not only to do the sharing with groups and people, but also have the ability to designate what users can use the ability to share with groups and people. Also, to another enhancement related to Clarity groups, customers didn't want to see all the groups or show all those groups to end users because groups were primarily used for security, and they didn't just want to show all the groups within the system. Now with that new flag we've enabled on the group, they can designate what groups they want used for sharing, and gives customers administrators more control on what groups are used for sharing. Now let's see a demonstration of our new view management enhancements so you can see them in action. Hello, I'm going to give a demonstration of our new view management enhancements for 16.2.3. So for this release, we previously there was a actions, some under administration actions, and we only had a share for everyone. Now we renamed that with view share with everyone, but also too, customers wanted the ability for end users to share with different people specifically and for groups. So previously only had the ability to share for groups, but you can only have that via the view administer right. And customers were reluctant to give that right, some of the power that that enabled. But also, too, customers want the ability to actually share with people. So we added that capability for this release and we made them actions. And so it allows us to enable specific ones here, within the system, but also too, in terms of sharing it, similar to how we do field level security for attributes, allow this capability for specific users. So, for example, let's let's uncheck people, and what it'll allow us to do is that if we come under manage and try to share a particular view, it will then you can only see only the actions that are enabled. Also, too, if we add, say, people in here, and if I come back to manage, you should be able to see both of the buttons and share with everyone. You can also disable all of the items. So if I go ahead and uncheck all these items here, you can go ahead and then it will not be able to be shared with anyone. So you have that capability to hide it within the system, but also too is to provide via Clarity security groups to allow only specific users to have this capability. So one of the other items is that if I come inside here and I do a share, previously, here you could add certain people to the view as you would like. But also, too, we used to show all the groups within the system, but now we're able to limit those groups. So here I only have this demo project approver and roadmaps. So how do we actually do that? So if we go under classic, what we've done, we've provided a new flag called enable for sharing. You can see for the demo project approver and roadmap, we have it enabled. And what you need to do if you want to actually enable a specific group, for example, you just check this box and then you click save and return. You'll see it enabled. So if I come back to Clarity, now let's go to a different view. Let's go in the project area, and we go into manage. You see we've also added enhance this view where if you shared it with certain people, you can have it that way. And also too, this is existing one where it's shared with a particular group. So you see different icons when you look into the list. But say if you want to share it now, you'll see now that Acme PMO Approver is now available within the list, and you have it with it. So those are nice enhancements in terms of what you can do with the sharing, and also to enable administrators to go in and tailor it to for what groups they would like to share. Now, one thing to note is that the flag for enable for sharing, all it does is to hide and show what groups are available in this ad. When you click this button, add what groups are actually available. What it doesn't impact any existing prior views that you had assigned to that particular group. It just hides and shows that group when you click the add and the add group button. So just keep that in mind because it's a point in time thing. It won't impact any prior views that you had assigned for those groups. Now we've added, we haven't changed the, what you have for the view administer right and those particular users. So for example, if I log out and log in as, let's say, the admin user. Now, for example, if I come into administration here and to the actions and uncheck all what's enabled, if you have, see the, as I logged in as the admin, they have the view administer right. So with the view administer right, they will always see these buttons and share with everyone, regardless if it's enabled or not enabled within Interactions. Because we felt that these users will need to administer end user capabilities and having it. And the users with that right, they'll have that ability to go ahead and manage the views in the system. So you can't hide it. They can't manage it if you hide these particular operations. Also, too, if you click on the add group, they will continue to see all of the groups within the system. Like again, they'll make they can configure adding groups to particular views, also to remove them as they need to, and that's the capability had before. We didn't want to actually take that away, so keep that in mind for those users who have view administer rights. They will not lose any capability when they upgrade to 16.2.3. Also, too, we've enhanced the view administration screen to add the share with people. So then, say for example, if let's go ahead and group by shared. And if it's in there for the group, so you can actually control, the maintenance of views for share to people. Also, too, if you want to remove some, you can do that as well from the view administration screen. And that concludes my demonstration of the view management enhancements for 16.2.3. Now this concludes our presentation and demonstration of our new view management enhancements. Thank you.